Hello everybody and welcome back to another Gorilla Tag fan game tutorial. And in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to add networked horror monsters and horror AI and everything into your Gorilla Tag fan game. Now I've seen a lot of tutorials and sometimes they just don't work. So today I'm going to be showing you the best horror that you can have. Okay, so first you want to just make your map. You can make this however you want. I'm going to make just a plane because this is just a tutorial. Obviously you can make this way better. You can make it a maze, you can make it a lab, just anything. So now once you have your map, you can pause the video and wait until you have your map. Just make your map right here. And now once you have your map here, go to Window, Package Manager, Unity Registry, and then search up AI navigation and import this into your project. And now go back to Window and then come down here to AI navigation obsolete, and then it should open a tab. Just drag that over here. And now once you have your map, click on your map, and in navigation obsolete, go to object, turn on navigation static, generate off mesh links, and if you want the monster to be able to walk on it, set it to walkable. If you want the monster to not be able to walk on it, then set it to not walkable. And now go over here to bake, and I think this is the default. If it's not, I'll tell you this in a second. So once you have this, now click on bake. Okay, and now once that is finished, go up here to the top right and click this little thing. This is gizmos. And if you're the entire floor, make sure it's only the floor, unless you want your monster to be able to walk on walls. Everything that is blue is what your monster will be able to walk on. So if your whole floor is blue, then you're good. But now, if you baked that and it's not blue or nothing's happening, then play with the agent radius and the agent height, and once you get it good, it should bake. And now, once you have this, we're in the folder in my Discord, link in the description. Install this package. It's in the channel called Horror. Drag in this model. Make it touch the floor. Okay, and now go over here, prefab, unpack completely. I'm just going to rename this to tutorial monster. You can name this whatever you want. And now, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go back down here to where this model is. And then we're going to click this little arrow. And then you see this little triangle, blue triangle with the things. Click on this and then double click it. And it should open animation. If it doesn't, go up here to Window, Animation, and then you should see a little tab pop up. Drag that down here and then double click on this again. And now click Control A, Control C, and now go to your monster, tutorial monster, animation, create new, and I'm just going to name this to tutorial run. And now click Control V. And this should all pop up. And now if you play it, here's your animation. And so now on your tutorial monster, unless you animated this yourself, if you animated it yourself, drag the animation sync script onto everything you have an animation on. But since I just did that, since I just copy and pasted this onto that model, I'm going to drag the animation sync onto the model. And now, whenever it only animates the monster whenever your monster moves. And now if this looks weird and glitchy and fast, go into play mode, join a Photon server, and then when your animation plays and it's running around, just lower this until it looks good to you. Come up here, 3 dots, copy component, exit play mode, 3 dots, paste component at values, and then it'll be normal. But now, if you see this staticky monster thing, it's pink. Scroll down here. Volume, copy component, go to your monster, and I'm actually going to make a parent of this monster and name this tutorial monster, same thing. And make sure your animation sync script is on the thing with the animation. So in my case, it's the actual model. But in your case, it might be like a bone of the model or whatever. But just keep it on whatever has the animation. And now for tutorial monster, add component, volume, 3 dots, paste component values. You might have to add a box collider, which is normal. Edit this and make this like a rough estimate size of the monster. Make sure this does not go through the floor or pretty much touch the floor, because if it does, your monster will get stuck. This is basically your jump scare collider and all that. So I'm just gonna make it like that. Looks about good to me. Yep. Okay. Now once you have that good, 3-dot paste component values, static key, this cube thing, drag that into here. And now if you get close to the monster, it'll be like staticky, and if you're not close, it won't be staticky. You can change the range. I think the range is somewhere in here. Blend distance. If you turn this up, as you can see, I'm far away and it still does it, but I'm gonna make this like, just play with this until it looks good to you. I think this looks about good. So now once you have this, you can play with all this, it doesn't matter. But if this isn't showing up, like the static, you just make sure you drag the static into here, and then you have that. And now this is for the real movement part. Turn on is trigger. And now add component, and then, or you can just drag the script on. I'm going to just drag it on. And now monster navigation. Tag string, you're going to change this to chase tag. You can really make this whatever you want, but for the tutorial, I'm going to make this chase tag. And now, since you imported the AI thing, I'm pretty sure that this comes with the nav mesh agent. Make sure you add that. Drag that into here. And then I recommend making the monster chase speed 6. And then the detection range, you can see here however far you want it to be detected from. I'm going to make it like that. Seems about good to me. And then for points, this is wherever the monster will go on its own without chasing someone. So just make an empty game object, and I'm just going to call this points. And then another empty game object inside of it, point 1. And then, so the first point it'll go to is, make sure you make it close to the floor, close enough, like right here. That seems good to me. And now, oh, my Unity just froze. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this up here, and I'm just going to add a bunch of randomized points around the map. Just make this random around your map so you can have more of a variation of where the monster goes to and all that. So now that seems about good to me. And now, so now we're going to go back to my monster. And then just to make this easier for you, come up here to the top right and click this little lock. And now if you go to anything else, this will stay on here. So click point 1, and then hold shift and click your last point. And now drag all of these over to where it says points, not in the list, to points, and then they will all be in here. And now this is good, except before you do that, I'm actually just going to make this chase because that's what I already have it for. So a lot of games have an issue where it only chases the master client of the Photon code, but I know how to fix that. So for the string, whatever, for the tag you want it to chase, this is the tag that's going to be on your player. So you need Photon for this tutorial. That should seem pretty obvious, but resources, Photon VR player, and then go to head, and oops, and make sure to unlock this. And then head, set the tag to whatever, you can add tag, whatever. Set tag to whatever your chase tag is. So that will make it so it chases everybody in that the closest person in that range instead of just the master client. So now this is all set up, and as you can see, if we come down here and click play, and now as you can see, it does not move until we join a Photon lobby. Join, and as you can see, it's moving. And remember when I told you it would look kind of glitchy? Yep. Tutorial monster. I recommend making the model move it up until it's like normally on the floor. Animation speed multiplier. And then as you can see, that looks good. It kind of still looks a little bit weird. That looks good to me. And now it's going to a point. It looks actually kind of slow. So monster speed wander. You can't turn it up in play mode, but you want to just make this whatever looks normal to you. But yeah, so if your monster's running, but your actual model's like backwards, just go into play mode and rotate your monster correctly. So rotate your model, I meant, until it's like correctly rotated. And now we have that moved, and that's good. But now we're going to be making a jump scare. So now go back into the package, and it should be here. Teleport Gorilla Player, drag that on. Gorilla Player, pretty self-explanatory, just make it your Gorilla Player. Objects to disable. So let's say, for me, I don't need it because it's pretty much just a plane. I might just use the plane though. So I'm just going to drag in the plane. And so this is like, if you come over here, if you have like this map here, like this map, then you'd want to disable this map because it can't go through walls while teleporting. So just make it disable the map. I'm going to make it disable this plane over here because that's pretty much all I have. But make it disable whatever you think your player would be teleporting through, you could say. Yeah. So now teleport location. I'm just going to make this like point. I'm just going to make it a point because that's simple. But you can make it wherever you want it to teleport after getting jump scared. Wait time 0.9. Teleport overlay. This is what, so tier hand tag, just make it hand tag or whatever you have on your hands. And then player tag, make it to whatever you have on your Gorilla Player. And then, so now teleport overlay. I'm not going to be showing you how to make a jump scare because it's pretty easy, but I'll show you how a jump scare works. So jump scare level 4, so you're going to want to make just a cube. I'll show you how to make a jump scare, yeah. So I'll make a cube. And then if you don't have Pro Builder, go to Package Manager and then install Pro Builder. But now go over to Pro Builder window, Pro Builderize the cube, and then flip the normals. So now if you're inside the cube, there's like walls. And then add your monster in your cube. I'm going to just size it down so it looks normal. And now turn this around and put this in here. You can't really actually see the monster's face, but whatever, this is just a tutorial. And now, is this? No, that is not the right thing. Okay. So now, just put the monster in the cube so you can see it. And then now you can make an animation for it, so I'm just going to go to Bone 1 because this looks like it's most likely the head, I'm assuming. So now you're going to go to animation, create, no, I'm just going to name this, like, jump scare. And now you're just going to click record, and then just flip this in random places. I don't know, you can just make this whatever you want. It should look pretty like insane because it's a jump scare or whatever. And now you're gonna drag this into I don't know what I just did. So cube, no, you're gonna drag this into the cube you just made, which is this one. And then you can name this, like, I don't know, I'm just going to name it jump scare. And so now you're going to drag this under main camera in your Gorilla Player. So you're going to drag your jump scare under main camera. Right here, main camera. And now you're going to want to just remove the box collider. And then jump scare, just disable it. And now you're going to want to go over back to your monster. Wherever this guy is at. I don't even know where he is. There we go. So now you're going to want to make the teleport overlay, the jump scare object you just created. I spelled that wrong. Teleport sound. This is the sound that the jump scare will make. So make sure to add an audio source. You can find your own sound because it's obviously preference. I have a sound though, and this is, I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, so now go to back here. And for audio clip, you're gonna go like this, and then play on awake off. And I recommend making this 3D, and then linear roll off and max distance to like 15. Maybe make that like the same size as your map, actually not 15. Like the same size as your map, because then you'll be able to hear it from all around your map. I'm just gonna make this like right around there. That seems good. So now you're gonna drag this into teleport sound. And yeah, so now your jump scare and this all works. So that seems to be it for this tutorial. Your monster will roam around. It will chase everybody in the lobby that's close to them. It will jump scare you. And yeah, so if you have any questions or anything does not work, go to my Discord server, link in the description. Also, you'll need to go to it for this package, the best horror folder. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.